Good afternoon, everybody. This is going to be a bit of a shorter one. Probably probably going to be weird considering my usual content. That's all right. Let me cut. Yeah, there we go. So let me just bug one of the production guys to handle music for this one. Let me just. Where's the Sweet, thanks for telling me that I am live, phone. Yeah, let me just come on. There we go. Should be on in a little bit. A little cliche, but I'll take it. So as some of you may know, if you follow the Twitter account, I recently broke containment. I got out. And I want to talk about my experience and why they're going to be making measures to ensure that I never see the sun again. So, on the night I disappeared from containment, I had hopped out the window, smashed the anklet on the ground during my fall, as well as a few bones, but you know how easily I heal from that. And I was free to run. I ran due west, I think it was, until I came to a small little cabin. The inhabitant arrived later that day, and instead of panicking, turns out they were a member of the cult. I was now in their hands, so to speak. They, instead of throwing me in any sort of cage or chaining me up, they just called in their friends and had me shipped off to a nearby township. In the town, I was treated as a man. Not a monster, a man. More members of the cult were there. They recognized me, and instead of anything harsh, they just wrapped me in a blanket and took me into their home. And I was simply allowed to be there without any expectation of payment. It was refreshing. I was more than an asset or an animal. I was a man. They said I could stay as long as I wanted, that I didn't need to give them anything, that I was welcome anytime. When the squads came in and asked around, searched the houses, they sheltered me in a place nobody would have thought to check. I was allowed to roam the town. Nobody paid my strange look or behavior any mind. I think they were all cultists. It was fine. I didn't have access to the company funds, but I didn't need them, as the cult was willing to give me money in exchange for blood. So whenever I need some funds for like snacks or whatever, I would donate a cup of blood and they'd pay a premium for it. They'd use this blood for Sunday masses. The kind of shit I was doing it down in the lab. You know? Ejecting it. The followers who'd get stuck with it would suffer intensely for a few minutes, writhing on the floor, crying out in both pain and pleasure. Then they'd sit up, straight as an arrow, their skin more youthful and their strength regained. But despite this, despite knowing I was their saint, they acted like I was just another person. A man. A normal man. A normal, young man. I was able to sit with people, laugh with them, talk about things outside of work. I was human for a while. Then it happened. Then I blacked out and had apparently broken into the cemetery. I was barely an animal, ripping up ground to get to the bodies. They found me eating the heart of a body buried decades ago. A dry, mummified lump of flesh. Then I came to. I realized what I had done, and before I could cry out, the people I was staying with had begun carefully ushering me back into the home. They put me in a room with an older woman, wiped away all the gunk I had covered myself in, and brushed my hair carefully, saying kind and reassuring things. Tell me how it'll all be okay, and they'll sweep this under the rug. When I was all prettied up again, the woman gave me a hug. It was unfamiliar. Not the weird, awkward, distant, and stiff hugs like the manager gave. It was warm. Intimate, even. I just cried into her shoulder. Pathetic, isn't it? Grown-ass punk rocker man just admitted to breaking down in the arms of a random woman. I didn't want to leave that place. The company men grabbed me while I was resting under the trees again. They picked me up, ran off, leaving my hosts without a goodbye. It was an experience. I want to go back. I want to break out of containment and go back. I want to break through as many castle walls as needed to escape back to wherever that town was. Even though I know that there's a chance I will simply remain something a little outside of human. something a little different. I can, however, at least say I know how to survive the assassin the Vatican will be sending at the end of the month. If all goes well, bullet to the heart won't be the end. Tell me, chat. Do you have what it takes to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? If I'm lucky, I'll eventually be able to escape again, and for longer. Maybe I'll find that same small town. Until then, I guess finding a way to circumvent whatever funny little rules corporate has for me now is gonna have to deal. Let's see if there's anyone I can goon up. Actually, this wasn't long enough to warrant raid afterwards. I'll see you all again tomorrow. A little Chrono Cross. How's that sound? Remember to love yourself, get something to eat, get something to drink, beat your dick like it owes you money. Have a good night.